Sequels. They're everywhere. But what makes them good and why? Fun fact, did you know that in the first Super Mario, the clouds and the bushes are actually pretty much the same sprite, but they have different colors? Nintendo did that to pretty much be able to put it on the hardware. It pretty much saved storage. So yeah, now you know. Now let's get back to our daily program. Sequel! 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 Yeah. Sequels are everywhere, aren't they? They're loved by many. To make good sequels, you have to have lots of things like, obviously, don't literally like make the plot confusing, and don't change the characters. Like, just don't do that. Like, if you're gonna change them, you gotta change them for a reason. There has to be an explanation for for a change. There can't just be one day Spider-Man is literally just the funny webhead we know him as, swinging around New York, literally cracking jokes at the villains, and then one day he suddenly takes out a pistol and literally starts shooting all the bad guys with guns for no reason. Like, do you really think a fan of Spider-Man would like it if he just pulled out a blicky right here, right now, and just was like, oh, it's a bad guy, and just shoots them in the face? Now, there is also the opposite of this. Changing a character and making them much better when they were absolute crap at first. Yeah, that usually works. Like, honestly, making them better, honestly, people like that much more, because, like, making a trash character actually good.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But back with the sequels. Like I said before, a sequel needs to improve. I'm going to tell you things that should be done to make sequels as big, as better, as amazing as the first installment, if not even greater. Because that's what we want, don't we? We want the sequel to be higher than the prequel for first game. Basically, you want to make it better, okay? You got to make it better. Bigger, better.
What is that? It's huge, Tom, huge!
Maybe not bigger, better, but better nonetheless. So let's get to it. Now, number one, what do we need to do first? Well, obviously, we need to improve. So there are lots of games or movies out there that maybe can have some flaws. Maybe you're watching a first movie, or even though it's great, you can be like, it was great, but there is some things that I didn't like about it. There's some things that confused me about it. There's some things that I just didn't vibe with. Now, what those things are in a game is much easier or harder to do. Like, for instance, in Earthbound, you literally have a very small inventory, and you can't stack items. And obviously other RPGs even at the time stack items. So obviously you would go, what is this? Why am I playing this? Or you would go, or you get very frustrated at the fact that you literally can't stack items. But that's not really a good definition, since the sequel, which is Earthbound, and Earthbound Zero, or Mother 1, had kind of the same problem, but even worse. So, you're telling me it went from kinda good, for absolutely what the hell is this, to, oh yeah, you get like a couple more slots. What?
Green, what's your problem, Green? What is your problem? Missile alone ramp.
A couple more slots? Like, that's it? That's like breaking down your car and literally just being like, so sir, instead of giving your car 4 wheels, we're going to give them 5 wheels. Now, what will you do with that 5th wheel? I don't know. Keep it in the trunk or something? It'll probably be used for or something. I don't know. Maybe you can turn it into a fan or something. Or who knows? We're just giving it to you because we have nowhere else to put it. So, if a sequel is just slightly better when it comes to certain things, why the hell would I play it? Now, obviously, I'm not criticizing Earthbound to say it's bad. I'm giving an example of one of the things that I don't really like about it and saying what could be improved. Now, the thing, like I said in Earthbound, the inventory is ass, as I've said plenty of times. And also the thing that the prequel pretty much did, or at the first game, they had running. Whereas in the second game, you can't even run. You literally have to use a skip sandwich to run slightly fast. And that's bad. Why? Because enemies can literally follow you from behind and attack you. So then, it's hard. So how can we improve upon this? Well, improving upon a sequel is pretty much making the things that were there, that were good, and improving upon them. And the bad, and also improving upon them. So, like, let's say maybe a plot point doesn't make sense. Maybe the audience was confused. Well, in the sequel, you could expand upon it and pretty much explain it in more detail to make sure that the person's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Don't just double down and make it more confusing. So, for number 2, you got to add new characters. Or at least have a new setting. If you're not going to add new characters, which is fine, not all sequels add new characters. Well, characters, I'm more or less talking about, like, main characters, like people that are involved with the main cast. Not, like, random people that you'll just see in the background or just NPCs that you'll interact with. Because other than that, literally every game does do that because we need people. So, obviously, we gotta have that. So, new characters. Or at least a setting or an environment that's new and more improved. What can you do with that? Well, you can make conflict. Or you could just make that character their friend, or the person that they met and befriend on the journey and get even, well, more, they pretty much, they bond. They bond. I don't know what else to say about that. Like they bond. Like it's pretty much like common occurrence in media and stuff. Or you could have a new rival. Or a new villain. Maybe the old villain is dead. I don't know, maybe you kicked him in the nuts too hard and he's now crying in his house with his grandma because he can no longer make kids. Not that he could to begin with because he was always single. Tragedy. No wonder he became a villain. He could not get any girls. So, what's number 3? What's the third thing that can be improved upon? How does it connect? If it doesn't connect, people are going to be angry. Like, really upset. Like, if you're literally going to make a fantastic story in the first place, how do you suddenly go from, oh my god, this is perfection, this is amazing, this is fantastic, to, ew, this is disgusting, what is that? Oh my god. How do we go from that to this? This is not cool, man. That's just not cool. So we can't have that because that would equal people throwing the game on the wall, taking a hammer, smashing it to millions of pieces, throwing it into a literal incinerator and watching it burn with fire in their eyes. Or if it's a movie, they literally would probably stand up and break their own legs so they can be sent to the hospital so they wouldn't have to see this disaster. Or they could do the next best thing and just leave. Honestly, just leave. They probably would just give them all of their money. They probably just would be like, take it all. I'm leaving. I'm going to a different country and I'm driving there personally so I will forget this experience. They'll probably get meds too. That's just so bad. So, yeah. But what can you do? Obviously, just make it good, man. And to make it good, make pretty much connected to the world that was before. Make the characters likable. Don't make them different for no reason. And if they are going to be different, have a reason. Just don't just be like, oh yeah, he smokes crack now. Yeah, you can't just say that. Yeah, you can't just do that. Oh, he also beats up orphans. Wait, what? Wasn't he a superhero? Oh, he also beats up grandmas. He runs over cops. He goes over the speed limit. He pretty much literally takes out a lighter and he sets fire to a little cardboard box that a homeless guy was sitting in to make him homeless. Even more homeless than before. Honestly, it's a tragedy. And stealing a puppy. Why would you do that? That was the most evil thing out of all the stuff you've just done. So, don't be like evil Billy. Be like this wait a second. He's not even a real character. Where are we getting these images from? They're all different. What the hell is this? I'm awfully confused what's going on right now. Damn, my head is absolutely screwing with me right now. So, I guess I'll end it right here. So yeah, did you enjoy this video? Did you get any positive advice from this video, or did you literally forget literally what you were doing? And literally, honestly, I would not blame you if your brain was literally not even comprehending anything I said, because the nonsense that I was spitting out was probably so much that it would pretty much turn your mind into pretty much your grandma's mind. Like it pretty much just became centuries old from the minute I started speaking nonsense. But if you did understand, like the true gamers that you are, comment down below what you did understand. So yeah, this is Chris from Let's Talk Franchises, and this is me signing out. Why the hell is that image still here? Get out of here! I don't want you! God! Billy! Who even is Billy?